Congratulations. Has the high worn off yet? I mean, have you woken up one morning and not said, wow, we won this Super Bowl? I mean, how long does that last, that euphoria?
I'm still enjoying it.
Yeah?
You know, it's hard to get there, so, you know, I'm still enjoying it, and, you know, it's a blessing to be a Super Bowl champion.
Yeah, for people who don't know, I've been knowing Mr. Gilmore for quite some years. He came down to South Florida to train, getting ready for the NFL with the training staff. That's where I was able to work with him. And after being in Buffalo, if you would think, because we were talking off the air, he was shocked that New England called. Like, he was like, Bill Belichick wants me. And we talked about the overall confidence, being a pure cover guy, having tremendous size and speed, what that did for your game. Because there were some times in Buffalo where people questioned how good you were you worth that big draft pick? But signing with New England as an elite player, where did Bill Belichick take your confidence and allow your game to grow to?
You know, anytime a organization like New England, you know, wants you excited. And you come in and you seeing how they work, and you know, they pushing you to become a better player. You know, you just go in with your head down and work hard, and you know, he put you in a position to make plays. And I was already a great player, but he brought the best out of me, and I became better.
And you didn't have to change an awful lot. A lot of people think because through the years we've seen a lot of veteran players go to New England, it's like, oh, all of a sudden it's the New England way. But you were playing, you've always been that way. You've always been low-key. You've always been very, very modest as a great college player into Buffalo. So you felt as if that would be a perfect fit compared to what we hear in the media. Oh, man, these guys don't fit into New England. You felt it was a good fit for you.
It was a great fit for me. I feel like I was playing like that in Buffalo, but, you know, playing in New England, it's, you know, people see it more, and, you know, you get in better positions, and, you know, you in the playoffs every year, and it's a great opportunity.
Let's talk about that play that we keep showing on a loop, the pick that didn't quite ice the game, but it put you darn close to icing the game. Devin McCourty had a quote that came out after the game saying that Brian Flores, who's now the head coach of the Dolphins, told you guys, we're going to play more zone than we typically play. We're going to confuse them with it. And then in the biggest spot, we're going to have a cover zero blitz. Is that, I mean, first of all, is that an accurate portrayal of what Brian Flores said? And take me through the game where you guys are doing something different than what you typically do, playing that much zone, and the trouble you saw given the Rams.
Yeah, we changed it up. We knew that we was going to come in, and, you know, they was going to think we was going to be playing a lot of man, and we changed it up and played some zone, and he was kind of confused and disguised a little bit. So, you know, we just changed it up and made it confusing for him, and just played aggressive on the back end.
And then on that play in particular, so where you do decide in a big spot where it looked like the Rams were driving to tie the game after you guys got the first and only touchdown of the game, you go cover zero. I know in real time you're probably not thinking anything, but taking us back, what's going through your mind pre-snap, during the snap, and once the play's over?
You know, we ran a couple zeros throughout the season, but on that particular play, you know, he tried us on a deep ball the play before and missed it with Brandon Cooks, and then we came back and hit him with a blitz zero. And, you know, we knew the ball had to come out, and he just kind of, you know, I wouldn't say panicked, but tried to give him a chance, and I was able to see the ball before him.
Stephon, we've spoken to a number of players who lost the Super Bowl who couldn't watch it. Took them a long time to watch it. Coaches, sometimes the same thing. You tweeted recently you went back and watched the Super Bowl. What stood out from you? Were there things that happened that you don't even remember because it was just such an unbelievable experience to you? Tell me about that process.
You know, sometimes when you're playing in the game, you don't really know everything that happened up front and, you know, in between the lines. But, you know, our front played very physical. You know, a couple of times, you know, our linebackers hitting their O-linemen, knocking them down. Very physical game up front, and that allowed us to play very physical on the back end.
That game plan, people during the telecast failed to mention that Brian Flores, now the head coach for the Miami Dolphins, the game plan that he put together, how he changed it up, how you had different defensive fronts, the physicality of that. For Miami Dolphins fans and those fans of the NFL who don't know about Flores, because, Bill, you're not going to do a bunch of interviews, who is he, what type of teacher is he, and what do you see going forward with the Miami Dolphins there in the AFC East?
You know, he's a technician. He's very technical sound, and, you know, even when you're doing great, he's getting on you, trying to get you to do better, and he's getting the best out of his players. So he's a technician, he's smart, you know, and he knows how to use his players.
When you went back and rewatched the Super Bowl, were you as surprised as the rest of us Todd Gurley wasn't more involved for the Rams?
Yeah, I was surprised. He's a great back. He's one of the best backs in the league, and we stopped the run. I don't think they rushed for that many yards, and they start passing it a little more, and I don't know why he didn't play more.
How much of your game plan leading up to it, now that it's after the fact, I feel like we can talk about it, was based around slowing down Todd Gurley, who had been throughout the year their best offensive player?
That was the #1 goal. All the other stuff was key, but that was the #1 goal, is to stop him from running the ball.
Well, lucky for you, you didn't actually run the ball, so you were very successful. So, look, we spent so much time talking about a handful of teams, very successful teams in the NFL. The Patriots clearly one of them. And we were all a little bit surprised when you adopted this mindset of we have a chip on our shoulder, or at least some of the guys did. Julian did, Brady did. You don't believe in us? Let me show you what we can do. But you guys are the Patriots. You're a cut above seemingly all the other teams. It was hard for a lot of people to buy into that. Yeah. And we wondered if the whole team believed in that mantra of us against the world kind of thing. Tell me what the mindset was. When you guys you had a couple losses in December and you were struggling a little bit, this idea that, hey, we're going to get back even though people don't believe in what we're doing.
Yeah, we heard the talks around, everywhere that, we wasn't this, we wasn't that. But we believed in each other and we pushed each other every day and we didn't point the finger. And we knew we had a great team. We knew we can get to where we wanted to go. And, like Coach always say, real football starts in the playoffs. So I think we played our best football in the playoffs.
What's Tom Brady like as a teammate?
He's a great teammate. He's one of the hardest workers I ever played with. Smart. He comes to work every day. He don't like losing reps, whether it's one-on-ones, 7-on-7. He hates losing, and he's a great teammate to compete against every day and push his players.
When you sign with the team, this is going to sound like an odd question, but there's a reason for it. How do he introduce himself to you?
He said it was off-season workouts, and he was like, happy to have you on the side now instead of playing against you. So it was a great.
Oh, because you guys had met each other and playing against each other. I was going to say, because we've heard from guys that signs, he walks over and says, "Hi, I'm Tom," and everyone's like, "Yeah, we know you're. We know you're Tom Brady."
Yeah, he did that, but we played against.
Isn't it time for you to get invited to Montana or California? Him and Edelman, man, they're jet set now. They're playing catch and everything. Shouldn't they have a DB out there, bro?
Yeah,
shouldn't you be checking him up a little bit?
I'm gonna ask him about that.
Or wait till Brady and Edelman are in Montana. You can go to Edelman's house and get that Super Bowl MVP trophy that should have been yours anyway. Listen, I know you're not going to disparage your teammate. Was there, after the game, when the confetti's falling, before it's been announced, did you think for a moment, I might have won this thing?
To be honest, I was just happy we won a Super Bowl. It's hard to get there. Losing last year, it was very hard to swallow that pill, and getting back and winning it, that was a great feeling for me.
All right, I got to ask one selfish question, but it's on our list, so I think it's allowed.
Everything you do is selfish. Go ahead, homie.
You guys played 12 quarters of playoff football. 10 of them, the defense was extraordinary. 2 quarters, a team got to you. Happened to be my hometown team, the Chiefs. We were talking about...
You're my guy versus his guy,
right.
Patty Mahomes. He's slow to the question.
We were talking about Patrick Mahomes off the air. You two are the 2 favorites to come out of the AFC next year. What is going up against that offense like? You played them twice this year, both times. Shut them out in the first half or shut them down in the first half, and then they got to you in the second half. Tell us a little bit about Patrick Mahomes, that Chiefs offense.
Very explosive. They have explosive players, great running game. Sammy Watkins, a great player. Tyreek Hill is, as fastest guy I ever played against. So, and Mahomes, he makes those guys so great. He buys time, and he has a strong arm. So it's a hard offense. You lose sleep at night thinking about that offense.
Did you get your ring already?
Not yet.
Okay, when does that happen?
They come up with the design. They have a little committee, and they submit stuff. Yeah. It's going to have a lot of bling, though.
But you had said real quick before you go, your first year with the Patriots, you get to the Super Bowl, and you guys don't win it. And what was your concern at leaving the field that game?
You just don't know if you'll get back. It's hard to get back.
Did you have concern Tom might walk?
No.
Okay.
No, yeah. But it's just...
Do you have concern Tom ever might walk?
The way he works and the way he prepares is, he can play as long as he want to play.
70-year-old Tom Brady.
Yeah.
Stephon Gilmore, congratulations. Thank you so much.
Thank
An
you so
amazing
much.
season
Absolutely.
for spending
Thank you,
the morning
man.
with us.
Great to see you.
Appreciate it, yeah.
Thanks for watching. Subscribe here to get the latest from the show. Also, be sure to check out more of the best clips from First Things First, or go watch a few segments from our other shows on FS1.